been told to talk about civil services today, as I would like to tell you that I'm preparing since 2 years, and I have faced interviews this year, and I've gained throughout the process. I've gained some experiences that I would like to share with you. And first of all, I'll go in the historical background of civil services. It started in 18th century when East India Company started to manage its affairs through various officials, and it created several posts of civil services, and the function of these posts were quite different from military services. That is why it was called civil services. And later, after the first war of independence, as we call it, during 1857, when power was transferred to British India, that is to the Crown, from the East India Company, then the whole structure of civil services came under the British Crown. And then it was very much formalized, and competitive exams were held. And later it was announced that for the progressive realization of self-governing institutions in India, there will be more participation of Indians in civil services. It reached to the level of 5%, only 5% by 1914, and by 1947 it could reach only 50-50, that level. After the independence, Indian leaders were very much opposed to civil services, and they wanted to abolish it, but actually it was the main factor because of which Britishers could keep a hold on India. It was called a kind of iron frame or kind of cage which could unite the India, where only 1,000 officials were ruling 300 million people. So Nehru and Patel and these kind of big leaders saw the factor that okay, civil services could keep the country also united, and the country was divided into more than 600 small princely states, as you know. So they continued with the services, and later they saw that it was very much beneficial to keep the country united with the whole diversity intact. So later it evolved into a kind of it gained the real meaning of services, where the purpose was to serve the people, and the role of civil services widened in the economic arena after the 1991, and as the role of government is expanding, ever expanding these days, so the role of civil services is also expanding, and it has become very lucrative to people and youths who want to serve the country and also want to provide the benefit to their own people from where they belong. So if you see the role of civil services, it is present in every walk of life of public services. It is present in economic field, it is present in like administrative field. Even if it is PSU, then CMD can be a civil servant. It can be in any government organization, and so we see that it is very important, and you see it as a vehicle of providing good and beneficial services to the people. So you know that more than 4 and 5 lakh of people are appearing for the services for the exam every year. So it has become quite tough, and even quite tougher for people who belong to rural areas and who are educationally backward, as we say. So as my experience has been, I think one should start with the basic books like NCERT and these kind of books, and go through the whole book and study everything. They may not understand it fully, but they will gain the knowledge to some extent, and they should read the books related to economy, polity, and also related to science and history. When they read the books, they get to relate the things. After studying all the books, they get to see the things, how the history is affecting polity, how the polity is affecting economy, and economy is affecting again polity and history, and so on. So they start to realize the whole interlinkages between the fields, and after that they can get to read more books and have a better understanding. And also I would like to share my experiences. As people say that for this exam you need to study 10 to 12 hours a day, and without that success is not possible. But I think only 4 to 5 hours of regular study is enough. Only during exam days, like 10 or 15 days before, you can put in more hours of work. But before that, only 4 and 5 hours of study is enough. And also I think people say that coaching is very much necessary for starting the preparation, but I think if one can read the books and read it to the full, then coachings are not at all needed, because it is only a waste of money and waste of time. You get engaged with the coaching for 8 or 10 hours of a day and get tired and read nothing after that. Coachings continue for, there are 3 subjects, so you do 2 coachings at a time, so your whole day is gone, and through this process 1 year period is gone at least. So I think if one can read on his own, then he should do it. And also I think I would like to tell about the structure of examination. It is constituted of prelims, then mains, and then finally the personal interview. For prelims you have general studies paper and the CSAT paper, aptitude test. So this is of qualifying nature. Later the mains is of 2000 marks. It is constituted of GS paper, 2 papers, and 2 papers for each optionals. 2 optionals are there, and 2 qualifying nature of papers, Hindi and English. And for Hindi you can have regional languages also. And finally a personal interview of 300 marks. So weightage of written exam is very much, and I think if one can score very well in written, then it becomes very easy to get a good rank. And to write very well, I think one should practice a lot and develop good writing skills and be good at vocabulary and grammar also. So this is very much necessary. And I think the final thing is, while preparing for civil services, it takes a long time, sometimes 2, 3 years, 4 years. So at the same time one should be employable also. It is not like that one should devote everything into civil services, and there could be failure also, because only 1000 people or 900 people get selected, and most of other people are like left with without anything. So I think at the same time one should be gaining other skills also, so that one could be employable if one does not get the civil services. This is very much necessary.